So, Aaron brought up this cool idea of what game you most regret not playing this year. And it is a tough question to ask yourself. Like, go ahead and do it. Like, it's tough to come up with one. But honestly, I feel kind of good about myself. Because the main one I do regret is not even from this year. It's from a long ass time ago, and it's because of that I didn't play it, because Nintendo likes to wait until I replay something after I bust out my dusty ass GameCube and load up Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door and play it. And then a year later, they come out and then they're like, oh, it's on Switch. Now that Daniel's beat it and he's tired of it, he's not going to want to play it again right after, like a whole year right after it. So that's my biggest regret, is that I didn't get to play. Like, I just couldn't share in the excitement of Paper Mario with the Thousand Year Door, like remastered and all glorious and everything, because I had just replayed it, like not even a year ago, and then they announced it. But if you don't want me to cheat and say a game not from this year, I would honestly have to go with Nine Souls. This is like this crazy ass looking 2D like action platformer that's supposedly like a Souls-like. It's supposed to be like super hard, super fast, frenetic action, and just like supposedly one of the most like rewarding combat systems in all of gaming. And I saw so much high praise on it from multiple channels talking about Nine Souls all the time. I still see it popping up. And that would be like my biggest actual regret from this year, is that one. And there's still time. I don't know if it'll happen, but Nine Souls definitely looks awesome, and I'm definitely putting it on my wish list to just, like Aaron said, add it to the backlog.
Well, ironically, this game just came out on consoles the day after we filmed this. I had no idea.
There's a couple of games that I haven't played this year that I kind of regret not getting into. Like, there's still time, so maybe I'll find time for Astrobot or some of this other stuff, but the one I regret the most is Another Crab's Treasure. I was really excited about that game. I thought it looked fun. It was like, you know what? A cartoony looking Souls game might be really fun. And I played the demo. I liked the demo a lot because you find out that, like, what's it called? The shrimp things are kind of like a centaur, and like everybody's using trash weapons, and it seemed like a good, fun, like weird little game. But then, I don't know, we had some family stuff that came up around like March, April, May area, and we just I kind of forgot it happened. And every now and then I'm like, oh yeah, that did come out, but I just haven't like gone and bought it yet, and I don't think there's enough time for the rest of the year for that, so I might have to get into it later. But yeah, it's definitely Another Crab's Treasure. That game looks awesome, and I'm pretty excited to add that to my backlog, I guess. A game I wish I had played this year, I'm still going to get around to it, but right now it's just not going to work out because I'm still in the middle of Dragon Age. Mario and Luigi will be after that, most likely. But I never got around to a Plucky Squire, and that game looked great. They announced it years ago, and I was like, oh, this looks fun. And then he jumps into the real world, and I was like, oh, that's even more fun. This looks awesome. And then it comes out like a week before Zelda. I'm like, it's gonna be too similar of a genre to Zelda for me to want to play both of those in a row. And that's pretty much why I didn't get to it yet. And I was like, because if I play it now, and I was still working on something before Zelda came out. I can't remember what game that was. Maybe, I don't remember. I was playing some game right before Zelda came out too, and I wasn't quite done yet. And then Plucky Squire's like, yeah, we're going to come out a week before Zelda. And I was like, oh, no, I can't.
I can't do it. I didn't want to play that style of game. And I know they'd be different. I understand that. But it's just that style. And I didn't want to play that style of adventure-y, kind of top-down-y game back-to-back like that. I didn't want to do it. So I never got around to a Plucky Squire. If there's time before the end of the year, when I finish up the rest of the games I'm working on, I'll do it. Because I can't play multiple games at once. I just can't. Like, I'm focusing on one or I'm focusing on the other. I can't, like, change between them. It's not going to work out. So, Plucky Squire, I'll get to you. But, man, that was just a bad time for me. I couldn't do it.
Once upon a time, there was a plucky squire named Jot.